Good morning, or rather good afternoon, right? Good morning. I am also unprepared, okay, like Radhakrishnan was saying. But we will try to bring some context to what we are speaking, okay? In fact, Roshan has already hijacked my speech, okay? He has. He has put across very subtly, very beautifully. See, the problem in learning English, or for that matter, any language, is inhibitions we have. Okay? ഞാൻ തൃശ്ശൂരിൽ നിന്നാണ്. Okay? 30 years back, I was sitting somewhere in this kind of an auditorium, somewhere behind. It took me a while because whatever I was taught in English was taught by my father. Because he was good at English, so he taught me English because he felt it was important. Of course, I went to a school which was an English medium school, so we had the privilege. But I have spent 25 years in higher education space, okay, building skills for students. One thing I will definitely tell you is, I will reflect with what Mr. Roshan said, okay? Inhibitions are the first fear, okay? See, even right now as I speak, I am afraid, okay, what is coming out, right? But then we try to learn how to manage, okay? So adana skilling nu parayunnu. Skilling is it's not, we don't teach students English. For example, Cambridge, we are trying to sign up with Entri because we see the good work that Entri is doing, okay, the amount of impact that's coming in, the reach that they are bringing to people. Yeah, so the important part is we have certain programs, we have certain products which are very, very focused on building skills, whether it is you want to go abroad, you would want to have a vocational job, or you would want to be looking at mobility, which is going for further education. So those are areas that we would be partnering with Entri, okay? I wanted a few things here. Before I go to the next part of it, a quick vote of hands. ഇവിടെ എത്ര പേരാണ് ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് ഉള്ളത്, എത്ര പേരാണ് സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ഉള്ളത്? ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് എത്ര പേരുണ്ട് ഇവിടെ? ഓക്കെ. സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് എത്ര പേരുണ്ട്? Okay. So one first question is, why did you pick up English? Why did you pick up English? Anybody can respond. Sorry? By chance is definitely not, because humans are rational, right? We don't make by chance decisions, right? They are rational decisions, right? Knowingly or unknowingly, it's a rational decision. Okay. The point I was only trying to say is, I will speak for the students rather. See, the important part is, today things are changing, okay? We are talking about AI, we are talking about, critical thinking, we are talking about, design language, okay? Design thinking. See, these are high level jargons, okay? Where people are talking about things, they are throwing things at you, okay? At the same time, the only thing that matters is, again, going back to what Mr. Roshan was saying, language is meant for you to present yourself. There is a problem in life or in your job. You are trying to articulate that, you are trying to communicate to the next person or a set of people. What is collaboration? This is collaboration, okay? What we are doing right now is collaboration. Okay, you are asking questions, somebody is answering. So you are also able to understand what the other person is saying. That's called efficacy, okay? Your communication efficacy, right? I am saying something. ഞാൻ സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നുണ്ട്, നിങ്ങൾ സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നുണ്ട്. Okay, that's the important part. Accent comes later. Okay, there is nothing called, there is no specific English which is saying, you should have a British accent or you should have an American accent. There's nothing. There is nothing called neutral accent also. It's all built to sell, okay? We are proudly Mallus. We will have Mallu accent. Doesn't matter. I agree with you there, okay? It doesn't really matter, okay? Couple of things that I also wanted to share was, see, as an organization, where do we come in? Okay, across the world, we operate in about 180 countries. Okay, we are a part of Cambridge University, UK, 5th ranked in the world. Okay, and almost about 80 lakh students take our certifications. Okay, and 80 lakh students from, I can say, about 170 odd countries, 2,800 universities that are teaching these programs. Right, in India itself, we have a few hundred universities that are doing our programs. Okay. The important thing that we do is we try to make it inclusive. Okay, inclusive means I should congratulate a few people who came up and asked those questions. Okay, very, very important. See, we all come from different backgrounds. We come from, that's what I said. The first thing I shared with you was I come from a place called Thrissur. Okay, very, very small town. 30 years back. Okay, the current Mr. Kalyan was my classmate. His son was my classmate. Sitting next to us. But the point is, you have your defined path, right? You choose your path of going for a career. Okay, now we will talk a bit of employability. What is the difference between being employable and employability? How many of you know that difference? Can anybody volunteer and tell me what is being employable and what is employability? Okay. Again, going back, Mr. Roshan said, I chose to be in acting, right? Why did you choose to be in acting? That's a question I expected some of you to ask. Okay? Somewhere he answered that. He said, I wanted to be there because I wanted to know what I want to do for my entire life. Right? That is employability. Okay? Being employable is I can find one of you people, for example, and I can say, okay, even kondu korchu joli eduppikam. Okay? That is being employable. Okay? But employability is the ability for us to decide what I want to become and pursue that goal and become what I want to be. Okay, that's a big difference. And language is one of the biggest things that allow you to go behind employability. You can actually go articulate yourself, say what your passion is and pursue that passion. Okay. I think I have left out a few things, but at the moment, this is where I will leave it. So we have a wonderful moment. We have just in principle just shared our unveiling also. So Cambridge is actually going to be supporting learners at 3 levels. The learners will be supported on the IELTS and the OET packages, where predominantly if there are people who are looking at mobility. How do we do this? That's something I want to tell you. Okay, we believe English is a life skill. Okay, all our materials are prepared for students to be coming from the lowest level of English to the highest level of English. Of course, it takes effort. Okay, between each bands, as we call, IELTS in the band, if you are going abroad for a Commonwealth country, ranges from 7 to 7.5 plus. Okay, now the whole idea is to get to a 7.5 band takes you time. Okay, but it's not impossible. Okay, നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഭാഷ പഠിക്കുന്നത് വീട്ടിൽ നമുക്ക് മലയാളം ആരെങ്കിലും പറഞ്ഞു തരുന്നുണ്ടോ? നമ്മൾ ജനിക്കുന്നു, അച്ഛനമ്മ വിളിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, നമ്മുടെ പേര് വിളിക്കുന്നു, അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവും നമ്മുടെ പേരാണ്. അവിടെ വാ, ഇങ്ങോട്ട് പോ. Okay, so we listen to them and then we do it, right? The same skills. Okay, the important part is you have to learn to network, you have to use those skills. Okay, practice makes man perfect. Okay, there is nothing that is impossible. The whole point is how much are you able to practice? And we have created the entire pathway. For example, somebody who is aspiring to go abroad, why is it important that you need to have English? I do not know how many of the students here would understand that. Okay, ഇപ്പോൾ OET ആയാലും നഴ്സിംഗ് ആണ് OET എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. We teach in context. Okay, ഞങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ materials are built for purpose. An engineering student learns English through a context of engineering. Why? Your interactions in the future in your life is going to be engineering. Right? You would understand English better if it is taught what you would actually be talking. Nursing. We speak or we have content which teaches nursing in the context of nursing. Okay, so that's how we make things easier for people. And we have people, as we speak, we are skilling about 5 lakh students in Tamil Nadu. Okay, everybody from an ITI Polytechnic all the way to the engineering graduates are going through a pathway program for us. Okay, why are we doing it? One of the objectives is they want students to be at least at a B1 level. These categories, B1, A1 എന്നൊക്കെ ഇടയിൽ വിളിച്ച് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇതിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ അർത്ഥം എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ you only have 3 levels. Okay, you have a very basic level, you have an intermediate level and advanced level. Okay, you have the essential skills which your work requires. Okay, one example I will tell you. Okay, a lot of you may be engineers here who are students who are trying to get English, and your aspiration will be to work for a global company. It can be an Accenture, HP, it can be TCS, it can be Infosys. A typical software guy's requirement is a B2 level of language. What is B2? If you go and do a chat GPT or you go to Cambridge website, you will get to know what does B2 define. This B2 nu parayunnathu, it tells that this person is capable of speaking language at a certain level. They can understand what is being told to them at a certain level, right? What makes Cambridge again different is a CEFR banding, what we call as a Common European Framework, is set by Cambridge. It's a global standard for any product that is created for English. It is set by Cambridge. It is scientifically provable. The moment somebody carries a Cambridge certificate saying I am at a B2 level, your employer very clearly knows that he or she can speak language at a B2 level, and B2 has an explanation. I have so much vocabulary. I can write at this level. I can speak at this level. I can listen and understand. I can comprehend things at a certain level. Okay? So I will leave it here. My only point here was I want to be with the students here. So, 30 കൊല്ലം മുമ്പ് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളുടെ കൂടെയാണ് ഇരുന്നിരുന്നത്. Okay, and I have come all this way. I think it's possible. Okay, there is nothing that's impossible as far as learning a language is concerned. I spent early part of my career in Saudi Arabia, about 5 years. I learned Arabic. Okay, so it's a situation, it's an environment that makes you do things. Okay, as long as you have the will and wish to do it, you will do it. I want to congratulate Entri for having created this platform. This is the first of the kind I'm seeing, beautifully done program, okay? And I think you should do much more, much larger gatherings here. So once again, thank you everybody on the dais to give this opportunity, and thank you all of you.